Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast Network. This is We Are Air Season 2, Episode 10, Nerdy News. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, thank you so much. Please go to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. We're at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at /We Are Podcast. With that said, on to the podcast.
We are rarer.
Chicken breast today.
Oh, so much breast.
I know.
Is that a what? What was that?
What?
What was that little hand thing that you did there?
Fine.
Not sign language at all. That doesn't make sense.
That makes plenty of sense. It makes sense, right, Doc?
No, it's not.
You get the lights.
Oh, it's painful. Stop doing that. They're killing my eyes.
Or you can do it like that. Like 5.
Or you could just not do it. Just say it.
Oh, God. I want to punch myself for that one.
Drink some more of that.
Bro, I feel super fucking clean, man. Thanks for letting me use the shower.
What are you talking about?
I just took a shower while taking a shit in there. That was pretty cool. It, like, just cleans you for
I
you,
know,
you
with
know?
the drips coming from the
Yeah,
ceiling.
I just stood up and let it run down my ass crack.
What is up with that low-ass shower head?
Number one, I can't construction and take that old one out and put a new one in. I had a detachable one, but it wouldn't work. I couldn't get it on there. They're like, no, we put this on here with epoxy, super glue, and I'm never gonna
The shower head is
it's-
so low.
It's a mixture of epoxy and chewing gum that we put it in place with.
and it's Big League Chew, you son of a bitch. Good luck getting that off. Change that.
in a while.
And I have a high pressure shower head. You know why?
Yeah,
That's great pressure.
I like to put it on my clitoris.
Yeah.
But honestly, I do. I have a high pressure one. I can't use it because that one won't come off there. Secondly, you're a fucking giant, and so that doesn't help.
That's
When you're
probably-
7'6", you really can't complain that the shower.
Why is our shower head so low? It's only shaving my pubes.
And next time I shower, I get pubes in my hair. I'm like, oh no! Third, why didn't they come fix that? I called them earlier today, and I'm like,
Fucking bullshit, man.
the ceiling's dripping.
You were like, I got a sexy older friend that needs to take a shower.
Yes,
Do you have a 24-hour maintenance?
Yeah, but I called them, so they might show up in any minute to fix it too.
They might show up tonight when you're sleeping. Like, oye, mijo, did you call about that leak?
What? Yeah.
It's always like a real chill older black man who's just like, man, what's wrong with that?
What the hell you got going on in here? Take a look. I don't know if you know this, but I am a hell of a carpenter.
Hell of a couple.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, you know when you go down on a puss and they tangs you,
Yeah.
and you're like, woo! You feel like that monkey from the Tang commercial?
Abort. Can I do this? I don't know.
Woo!
No, commit.
Woo!
Commit. Gotta
It literally
Lie
is.
down here.
And then you go back and go, woo!
She's like, you go up to kiss her. She's like, your breast stinks. I was like, that's you. That was you. Why my breast stinks?
You go brush your teeth. Can you go brush your pussy?
Yeah.
Please.
Go.
Please.
No.
And thank you.
I'll fucking get a beer bong and put some scope in that bitch. Fucking run it up that crack.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, welcome to the We Are Air podcast. Clean your pussy.
Yeah.
I was gonna record the
Real
line.
stinky bad.
This is Duck. I am here with
Jake.
and
Javi. No, don't be doing that shit, bitch.
What is the We Are Air podcast? It's a podcast where we talk about movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. We have not talked about the moving news.
Moving news.
Boodab, Whitley Wah.
In a while. And also, I think, should we change it to nerdy news? Because we don't really talk about movie news so much.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, get that whiskey!
That went down rough!
Nerdy news.
Nerdy news!
Yes, that's the new one.
Willy Word! You sounded like you tripped over Dracula's coffin. It was both, it hurt, and you were scared.
Oh my god, my throat's on fire!
Blah, what are you doing here? Speaking of Dracula, the Batman has been cast. Have you guys heard about this shit?
Robert Pattinson.
Oh, it plays him because he was a Gacula. That's a gay Dracula, by the way.
Yeah, all right.
In Twilight. But yeah, he's going to be the Batman. How do you feel about Rob Pat being Bat? Rob Pat
I'm
being
really
Batman.
there's DC is so far out of my fucking radar right now. I don't care. Like, obviously, this is causing a lot of controversy in the
Controversy.
controversy is exactly what it is. But these
Bunch of
idiots
cunts.
don't remember how much they hated the casting of Heath Ledger for the Joker, and he knocked it out of the fucking park.
Killed it.
So I really, and he also, I will say this: he has the jawline.
Yep.
He's got the jawline for it.
What do you think, Hobbs?
I
So-
think it's a good choice.
Yeah?
I mean, he's going to do way better than Clooney. He's going to do way better than Kilmer. Because those two did not set the bar high.
I don't
You
know,
sound
man.
so
I
drunk,
just watched
dude.
Batman and Robin today.
Ooh, was Kilmer killing it?
No, I think
That's
he's
Batman
getting,
Forever.
I think he's getting a lot of shit because of the Twilight shit. People need to grow the fuck up. He's an actor.
An actor?
An actor.
Acting!
They do different roles all the time. No one would have ever thought Mr. Mom would have made the perfect Batman.
Right.
He still is the perfect Batman.
Yeah,
though.
he's the shit.
I know.
And that's
He's
what
quintessential.
that's what they should do with this one. They gaslight us to make it think that it's going to be the Batman, but what it actually is fucking Batman Beyond. We have
And
fucking
Michael Keaton as
That would be fucking
Bruce
dope,
Wayne.
right?
Amazing.
Like, wouldn't that be the shit? I mean, obviously
He looks
everybody
more
wants
like
that.
You know what?
Terry, what's his name?
Terry Guinness. That's
He looks
Yeah.
like Terry Guinness.
Terry Guinness. What I think is smart about it, Keaton has been bringing up recently over and over again, he's Batman.
He always does. He
Yeah.
ended a fucking university speech at Kent State by saying that. Put on his glasses. He was on Stephen Colbert and
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
said it.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe he is prepping to be the Bat again. That would be cool.
That would be fucking dope.
I still think it's going to be the in-between movie. I still think the universes are connected, and I'm fine with that, too. How that guy becomes Batfleck, I'm not sure, but hey, whatever.
Like, if I think he could bring something really different to Batman that can match the weirdness of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker if they're connected.
I don't think that they're going to have them connected. I think that they might keep Shazam and Aquaman and Wonder Woman together. The three franchises that actually did something in the fucking box office. But I think they might try to do away with Batman being part of the Justice League shit. Like they're doing their own standalone DC movies is what they're saying.
I think-
Like the Joker. But we talked about this, how this might be tied together also with the three Joker theory. So,
Right. Oh, yeah, we did talk about it. For me, I think he'll be fine, because, once again, I like Twilight. I don't mind admitting to that.
gay!
I know.
That's fine.
I was a fan of the book.
That second one,
And,
man, that fucking fight scene at the end, that shit was dope.
Oh, when you look at that series,
Wasn't that
you
the
get
last one?
the fifth movie. When you get
No,
to that,
there was all a dream in the second one, or it was like a, prediction or whatever.
That's the fifth movie. So
Oh.
once you get to that point, it's crazy, because I remember reading the books and getting to the fourth book, and I'm like, there's a vampire baby that's going to eat out, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
He's going to eat out his mom.
No, it's the
gonna
werewolf eats out the vampire mom and then makes out with the baby.
Yeah, it was a really weird situation.
That
But
is-
that last half hour, 40 minutes of that movie is fucking killer. And I really like the books, because I bought into the whole they were in love bullshit and this and that. Yeah, I just enjoyed it. And then he was also in Harry Potter. He's
Then
really
he
good.
got Dorian Grade.
Yeah, he got fucking Dorian Grade. Wait, what did he get to
No,
Dorian
I was
Grade?
talking about you.
Oh, yeah.
I was reading the Twilight shit.
I did.
Dude, he was in one movie for Harry Potter.
Yeah, but he killed it in that movie. I
He
remember
was in it for all of 5 minutes.
But he was really
The-
good. Like
He was good at
sacrifice-
dying.
The Cedric Diggory character.
He was even great at dying.
He was.
Remember me.
He did.
I remember that. That was whenever they had to go underwater with the fucking...
Yeah.
He had to breathe. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
to fucking eat the fucking leaves or whatever so he could
He was
breathe.
all about that Cho Chang puss.
Oh, yeah, you got that Cho Chang.
Cho Chang,
Cho
That's
Chang.
that, once again, that's that tangy puss
That
we were
Cho
talking about earlier.
that Cho Chang Poo Tang.
Oh, that
Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, boy.
Do you think that it's the same thing, like you said, with Heath Ledger, where people are just going to be like, you just got to wait and
Yes.
see?
really hope that it is. The last two outings have just been dog shit. We're not going to get the Dark Knight trilogy again. That's fucking clear.
Lightning in the bottle. You're
Yeah,
gonna have to
exactly. So they need to move away from everything else and take it back to being dark,
Right.
I think.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I want to see Arkham Asylum version. I think.
Yeah,
it'd be cool.
bro.
Just go
Well, yeah,
Arkham
we need
Asylum.
a movie with Arkham, for
Let's do
sure.
Arkham Asylum. Do that, or do Hush, or do something like that.
So-
Somebody, I was listening to Fat Man Batman. They brought up Nightfall, the trilogy.
Right.
Do that, which the Dark Knight Rises is kind of a version of that at the end. But it was a really good idea of doing Batman and then doing his back broken by Bane and then doing Azrael.
Right.
And the second one,
Right.
just may have that be the main where he goes crazy and have Batman come in the third and have to take it back from him. That's a good idea for a trilogy. You should do the Nightfall trilogy. That'd be fucking badass.
Another thing that I want to see him do, make it more like a noir, like he's an actual fucking detective. He's the
Exactly.
world's greatest detective, so he needs to be hunting down a specific serial killer, Victor Zsasz.
The closest,
You know what I'm saying?
I would be down
fucking
with
have
Zsasz.
that, and he's just trying to find him because he's always making the phone calls and shit, like trying
That's,
to let
oh
him...
yeah, that'd be great.
Like they even have like internal monologues and shit for that too.
I think that'd be cool. They said that this is the script for this is the closest to Batman: Mask of the Phantasm, and that's the closest you get to Batman being the world's greatest detective.
Right.
I think we're prepared for that.
Except for the toy gave it away.
With
The Phantasm was a chick.
oh yeah. Well,
They
toys always
released the
give away shit.
toy, and it's
Speaking
like,
of-
you fucking idiots. This is
speaking
the
of
big
which-
reveal at the end.
This happens every time. The Spider-Man Far From Home toy for Mysterio gave away his plot.
What was it?
I'm not going to tell
Yeah,
you.
come
because
on.
You sound like
The
you don't
toy's
wanna
already
know.
seen it.
You wanna?
Just tell it.
He's lying to him.
Oh, yeah,
Shit,
exactly.
I thought my
But
prediction
That's
was
what we
just-
said.
The toy says
He's
on the back of
creating
it
it.
something like he is the master of lies and manipulation or something like that. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I mean,
was thi-
honestly, I think we all knew that. I don't think that's much of a spoiler.
I know,
Like, we
I
had
can't
to... How are you going to make him a good guy? This is like one of the most infamous...
Yeah, but
this
this-
is
If you go
one of the
back to
most
the podcast
infamous
we just
Spider-Man
talked-
bads. It doesn't matter if he's from a different dimension or not.
But does every Spider-Man get an M. Night Shyamalan twist now? Is that what they're doing?
No,
They
but
had to
it's
up
like,
the
for
Vulture
us
Star
fans that are
twist?
true-
I mean...
For us fans that are true fans of Spider-Man and know the villains and shit, we all knew, like, there's no way in hell Mysterio's going to be a hero.
You know, there was a Shyamalan twist in Homecoming whenever we found out Michael Keaton was
like, he was
fucking
into
what's her
this
name's
world.
dad.
Yeah.
Like, nobody fucking saw that coming.
Yeah, he didn't say all the time they'll be into black chicks, but he was.
Yes.
That was a big twist.
I
Yes,
said
it
it
was.
before. They
He's
played
down with
on
this
the
world.
racism of the audience where they're like,
Right.
oh, you weren't expecting this, were
Yeah,
you?
we're all racist and gayist over here, I guess. No, we're not.
All right. Did you guys know, before Chris Hemsworth, before he was Thor, he almost played another Marvel character. Do you know who it was?
I'm going to take a guess at Colossus.
No.
I want to say slapstick.
No.
Wolverine?
Yes.
Long-
No, it wasn't.
Longshot?
It was Gambit. He was almost cast as Gambit in the Wolverine Origins movie.
Bullet dodged.
Yeah,
Good on
I
you,
agree.
Chris.
You know what? I like the guy who they got to play the original Gambit.
The guy from Lone Survivor?
John Tucker or John Carl. What the
He was
fuck?
John Carter.
John Carter.
Yeah.
Sounds
I don't know what
like-
the guy's
yeah.
actual name is, but I know it was John Carter. Which we were talking about the other day. Have you ever made it through that whole movie?
No.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
I couldn't make
It's
it
really
through
bad.
it.
They've just released it on Netflix also, and it's got like a huge cult following.
Yeah,
also.
but I can't get
cannot
through it.
do it.
I
I
think
don't
it,
see
maybe
the
it's one of
cult
those movies
following
you had to
for
watch when you were younger to like.
I
maybe-
went and saw a movie theater and I walked out.
Yeah, I couldn't get through it.
Like in the first 30 minutes, it's like,
No,
this sucks.
The Lone Ranger was the same thing. I couldn't get through
Kit
it.
Harrington, I think.
No, it's not Kid.
No, that's Jon Snow.
That's John Bone, baby.
Are you sure that
Won't
wasn't a
come get
kid?
you.
Are you sure he was not a kid? He was
Might
in Lone
be.
Survivor.
It
Yeah,
might
he
be.
was.
With Marky Mark.
So he almost played that. He had to fight
Taylor-
to keep Fat Thor into Avengers Endgame too.
Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor
Yes.
Kitsch.
Yeah.
I heard that it was his idea primarily.
And he
for
said-
that to be the arc.
Now he said people kept coming up and like feeling his belly and stuff like that. He said it felt really weird, like he was Santa Claus or something. I'm a large man. No one comes up and fills my belly.
Yeah, but
Thank
he's
God,
wearing
I
a
would
prosthetic
cry.
belly.
That's true.
It's different.
It is Chris Hemsworth too.
Yeah.
Probably some-
They're
It's
just
just
looking for an
like-
excuse to touch him.
Right.
Cuddly Hemsworth.
Well, I mean, if they know that it's
Cuddlesworth.
if they know that it's prosthetic, everybody's gonna be like, "Well, let's see how good it is. Let's
But-
see what it really feels."
I'm
like.
crying
And then they grab his
because
chubby
Yeah.
dick. Yeah.
you know with Ragnarok
No
and like
prosthesis here.
with Ragnarok, he officially made Thor his own. Like I can't see nobody else being Thor.
By the end of Age of Ultron, he was ready to pull his fucking hair out because he hated how boring the character Thor was.
Really?
His
I
fucking
thought,
arc.
I
He
thought by the
hated
time
it.
you got to Avengers, it was fucking awesome. I thought
I
Thor
loved
Avengers
I
was
loved
good.
the first Thor movie.
Yeah.
I loved him in the first Avengers
Yeah.
movie. But we're all collectively on board here that Dark World is not per se the best Marvel movie.
Right.
Right.
I
So
say
it
bottom
was
of the
kind
barrel.
of boring. And even his arc in Ultron was kind of lame. Like he was great at the beginning of the party. That shit was dope. But then him going to fucking sit in the fucking seeker pool and
Yeah.
it's just weird.
After they did Ghostbusters, I think they saw how funny he was. And he was hilarious in that movie. I don't care what anyone says.
He was.
cracked me up. And then that's when I think they went, all right, you can be funny in this too. And then
I thought Ragnarok came out before.
No, it came out after. And also Kevin Smith, he said that that's the reason why. Kevin Smith said he was boring, and he goes, I don't want to be boring. So he fought to change character.
He begged
Like
Kevin Feige, is what I heard, but he had already been.
You know what begged means.
For one, Hollywood begged. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He gave him the
also,
old...
he was already friends with Taika,
Yeah.
being from Australia, and Taika being from New Zealand. They've worked together before. You know, they know each other in passing.
Every time I hear his
so
name-
whenever,
Yeah, every time I think of What We Do in the Shadows.
he's
'cause
so fucking great.
Such
a
He's
good
one of my
movie.
Just
favorite
genius.
people ever.
That
Like
movie-
the motherfucker's hilarious, and that movie's great.
I've only seen that movie once, and I want to watch it all the
It
time.
is-
It's so, dude,
it's a
I
genius
literally
movie.
watch it all the goddamn time. It's so fucking good.
So, did you guys hear this, though, staying in the Marvel Universe? Spider-Man Far From Home might introduce Venom.
I saw something about that last night.
Yeah,
I watched
Tom-
a thing on Screen Rant.
And supposedly, this is a legit scoop that they might bring in Tom Hardy Venom to this
I'm
fucking
not
series.
surprised. There was,
Now,
I
this-
read something that they're going to be like linking the two officially.
Well, what they might do, though, is because he was under a contract for 3 standalone movies and 3 team-up movies. So he's already done 3 team-up movies. This is the second standalone. So whenever it hits that number 6 mark, they might just fucking say, yoink, we're taking them.
And that's
Sony
what I
might
talked
do
about
that.
before. The multiverse, maybe that's their way of pulling them out of it and saying, oh, now you get pulled into this universe.
Right.
And then, like I said,
That'd
with
be smart. That'd be
the
smart as
5-year
fuck.
gap that they put in there, maybe that's where they aged up Miles Morales and they introduced him into the Marvel Cinematic
But they need to
Universe.
get somebody that's like truly on point with
So Sony doesn't have the
these
rights
style
to,
of
Miles
movies.
Morales.
You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna make that shit work, they need a Kevin Feige, a James Gunn, or whoever, somebody to actually make that franchise thrive. Like, we liked it as fans, yeah. I mean, it was critically hated by most people. We all thought the first act was kind of shit, but he did really good as Venom. So,
I enjoyed his version of it. I think Tom Hardy made that fucking movie.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
When you listen to the podcast, we did it directly after we watched it. And I think unanimously
So
we all
does Sony
liked
own
it.
Miles Morales?
No. Their version of the
Who
when it
owns Miles Morales?
Marvel does.
did we talk about this?
Yes, when they signed the contract, it specifically says that their version of Spider-Man can only be Peter Parker. He has to be white. He has to be from Brooklyn or wherever he's from.
He
Queens.
gets the whole character also, like Aunt May, Uncle Ben.
Mary Jane.
Yeah,
all, that
all
stuff.
those are
Gwen
with
Stacy, I
with
believe.
Sony also. Those are all properties of them.
So
All right, so who made Spider-Verse?
Sony did. So they would have had to make a deal with Marvel to be able to do that.
So technically, the MCU doesn't have a full Spider-Man to themselves at all.
But you got to remember the details of that. They did the thing where they went, okay, you can use Spider-Man. That was probably built into the deal where, like, we'd like to make a cartoon. Okay, you can use these characters. And that was probably a lot of negotiating.
Well, I hope somebody that was sensible over there at Sony is like, guys, we're really fucking up. Let's just let them do it. They're so good.
Sony
Well, have you
has-
seen their movies? Have you seen our last Spider-Man movie? That was
Okay.
dog shit.
But Sony has been a floundering studio for years. They've been in the red. So they've been in that for years. They tried to sell 10 years ago and no one would buy them.
The only thing that they have going for them is PlayStation, and they're about to have PlayStation 5.
But you
But
gotta
they
remember,
just need to focus on that specifically.
the
They need to
movie
give the rights
industry
back.
and that are two
I know,
separate
that's
things.
what I'm saying. They need to give the fucking rights back and just say we're going to be focusing on maybe independent films or some shit like that.
Well, they only put out 2 or 3 films a year, maybe 2, I think it is. So
Yeah,
they've
so
been
why
in
you
trouble.
fucking
They
bother,
gotta
you
stop. They gotta
fucks?
give Spider-Man back to the MCU.
Bo, they're about to make a shit ton of money from Spider-Man Far From Home. That's probably $1 billion right
Yeah.
there. Easy. And then they are predicting that Men in Black International is only going to make $50 million in its opening weekend.
People are hating on
I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think people are going to go see that fucking movie.
Of course they are, but it's not gonna be that much.
Yeah.
I think people are going to go see that movie.
Well, so it's...
You got it. Chris Hemsworth is a very bankable star.
Well, him and Tessa Thompson have great chemistry together also.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's right. And you got Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah.
I want to go find the first black man I can find and beat him.
It was it's fucking insane.
Men in Black Man.
Yeah, Men in Black. Oh god, I didn't even think about that. You think they cut him out a little bit, or you think they're just trying to?
I think there was petition to try to get him cut and everything
I'm not
else.
surprised,
You
'cause-
know what? The trailers that they've been shown haven't really been showing him in it. He was in that first trailer that
well,
they
I think he
released, that first
disappears
teaser.
for the majority of the movie too.
And also, like, I noticed that they stopped casting Aziz Ansari on Bob's Burgers. Like, I noticed that this last season, he's not in it at all. He plays a character named Daryl.
What's he in Men in Black?
No. I'm relating to how, like, Liam Neeson said that about black guys.
Oh, that
Aziz
Aziz
Ansari.
Ansari shit is so stupid. All he did was go on a bad date, and the girl got fucking buyer's remorse.
I know, but I'm
what
just
a
saying,
fucking cunt.
like, studios are cutting all time
This
with
shit-
any actor that has
You know
any
what?
type of,
He
like,
might have.
smart
All right,
But seriously,
beating
he
up
might
any
have
black
withdrawn.
man
He
in
might have
that.
withdrawn himself before he already had the backlash. Also, he could have decided to pull out. I'm like, you know what? I need to sit back and take a breather from all this Hollywood shit because this shit is getting out of control.
what did Liam
Had a
Neeson
bad
say
date,
anyway?
and all of a sudden, I'm a fucking predator. I'm a date rapist. I'm a drugger or whatever.
Jake,
Doesn't
what
matter.
did Liam Neeson say?
I wanted to find the first black man I could and kill him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But he was talking about an incident that happened years and years ago, and he was talking about something that
then he
personally
doubled
changed
down
him.
on it.
It personally changed himself, though. Like, he's opening up about this mentality that he had, which he knows wasn't right. And he's like, but this is what happened. I'm not going to fucking lie about it. His lady friend was raped by a black man, supposedly. So he's like, I just wanted to go out on the street.
But it is
and
the
find
ultimate
black man I
racist
could.
statement where it's just like, "Oh, black men look alike."
Right.
Like, are you?
But he knows. But that's what he is getting at, though. He's like, that was stupid of me to do that.
But
People
he
don't
doubled
focus on
down.
that
He
point.
didn't try to take it back either.
Yeah,
he was
no,
just
I
no,
would-
I really did that.
No, I would have killed him.
Oh,
It's like when they tried to
It's like
kill Jason.
doubling down.
Are you sure you really did that, Liam? Are you sure? It's like,
He went. Trust me, he went to movie jail very quickly. Very quickly.
Why does everyone laugh whenever I say that?
You know, as an actor in today's climate, you would think,
Yeah, but
maybe
here's-
not best to admit something.
Okay,
like
yeah,
that.
but he's got a dick this fucking big, so I'm sure he doesn't care what he does.
I know he's got a huge ass dick.
He's
Dude,
got a
everybody
hog,
knows
dude.
Liam Neeson's fucking package.
It's legendary, man.
Is it really?
Actually, it's his stunt double. That's how big it is.
He actually only has one leg.
Yeah, it's insane, dude.
The other one's
He dresses
just his
it up.
fucking dick.
Remember in Buster Scrubs when he took Nubs over to the side of the bridge? He just pushed him off with his dick.
He did.
Was his dick also nubs?
That was his dick. Acting up a
He
storm.
painted it. He put makeup on it and made him fucking recite the Declaration of Independence. I want you to do something for me.
How would you feel about seeing Tom Hardy's Venom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Fuck yeah.
You cool with that?
It's especially if they get the right handlers. Look, there's not much that they can't do. Actually, we are going to see a drop-off in Marvel movies now that this is done.
Fuck, yes, we are.
You know, like really, like
Are
you
there
know,
any even releasing next year? I don't think there are.
Yeah, there are.
Which
They have
movies
Marvel
come out?
movies lined up
There's
all the way
two
across the board.
untitled.
There's 2 untitled. There's probably going to be the
Like, there was
Eternals.
a Twitter release of
But they
all
haven't
the
even started
upcoming
filming
Disney
it.
Marvel movies.
They could already be in production. We just don't know about it. They do
I would
secret
know.
producing. Well, I would think that we all know,
Yeah,
and
but
I
this
haven't
is
really heard
untitled.
anything. But
Like, there was a Twitter about all the upcoming Marvel movies coming up under the Disney's thing, and, like, there were 2 untitled for 2020.
Well, I know Scarlet Witch they're making. By the way, there's a rumor on that. David Harbour said, when he was doing an interview, he said, I can't wait to get this thing going. Hinting that there's a chance his character could be Ben Grimm. What's the Black Widow movie?
what?
Yeah, so
How
David
the fuck would they tie
Harbour
them two together?
is the thing. How would you feel about that as
I
Ben
would
Grimm?
totally be behind that.
He will make a
fucking
badass
fuck
Ben
yes.
Grimm.
Fuck yeah.
God, I feel fucking horrible for the guy because Hellboy looked so goddamn good too.
came out
It
and
looked
said-
really good.
He came out and said it's a flawed movie. He said, we tried our best, there were just too many hands in the pot.
Yeah.
You know? And he said that's what came out.
How about
I
you
mean-
not try to remake something that Guillermo del Toro already fucking perfected?
I mean, the shit looked beautiful. Well, Golden Army was all right at best.
Golden Army was awesome.
I
like
liked
Golden
it.
Army.
I liked it a lot. I liked Seth MacFarlane in it, but I think the first one is the better of the two.
I agree with you, but I like that end of Golden Army. I like
Yeah.
the clockwork shit that's going on in that. It's
Well, I
really
mean,
cool.
but it was almost like Guillermo was giving himself a pat on the back for Pan's Labyrinth with some of the creatures in this movie. Like, hey, remember that
Rightfully
one time I
so.
did that movie with,
yeah.
with the Spanish people?
Like, it was just like one big callback to his
Look at
previous
this
work.
angel of death
Yeah,
with no eyes, but the eyes are in its wings instead of its hands.
Maybe they're connected.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I fucking love
Oh, it's
Pan's
great.
Labyrinth.
Guillermo del Toro is fucking awesome.
He's my favorite
Pretty
director.
much everything that he touches is fucking
He's
dope.
been my favorite director since Blade 2. I'm not even
Yeah.
lying. The second I saw Blade 2, and I'm like, this movie does not get appreciated on the level it should be.
What
This
was-
is a work of art.
What was the one you made me watch?
Devil's Backbone?
Yep.
Oh,
I
it's
think
so
so.
good.
Yeah, yeah. About
It's
the kids
so
in
good.
the fucking church or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah, and the ghosts
All
are running
Spanish,
around and
yeah.
shit. Yeah, because that's part of the trilogy. The Chronos is the first one, the
What-
Devil's Backbone is the second, Pan's Labyrinth is the third, and they're actually all interconnected.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's a trilogy that's interconnected. The boys you see in the forest and Pan's Labyrinth who die in the army, those are the boys from the Devil's Backbone.
fucking A.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love Guillermo del Toro. But I still haven't watched the Fishfucker movie. I've been holding off on it, man. Can't wait to see
Bro, it's
Fishfucker.
good.
Yeah.
I
well,
liked
what
it.
Oscar for Best Picture? It
Dude,
better
I
be.
went and bought it on Blu-ray whenever it won. I was like, well, what the fuck?
Were you
ever.
looking
I was
for
like-
the deleted
Michael
scene?
I was looking for that fish dick is what I was looking for.
Like, Michael Shannon's a lot more crazier in this movie
Oh,
than he was
dude.
as Zod.
Dude, he does a great job in this fucking movie.
He really does.
I love
he was
Michael
way
Shannon,
better in this
dude.
movie than he was in the Iceman. Everybody go watch
Little bit.
Iceman.
Yeah, the Iceman is
The
fucking
Iceman, I heard, is so-so. The documentary on...
Richard Kuklinski.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watch that documentary where he talks to the person. It's fucking terrifying because he's like, we're having too much fun here. And then
You really wanna see it.
when he wants to kill people, he used to click like... And he's doing it during the documentary.
Like a
Like he
cat
wants
when
to
it's
kill...
about to
Oh,
pounce
dude,
on
it's
prey.
fucking awesome.
It was creepy as fuck.
So good. Hey everyone, it's just Doc jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And if you're enjoying the podcast today, please share with your friends. It's the only way we can grow this network. With that said, back to the podcast. Speaking of awesome killers, Deadpool.
Might be roped into Far From Home also.
He's not going to be, though.
I hope not.
The creator of Deadpool, Rob Liefeld, has said that there's probably no chance he'll ever be in the MCU at all, period, done. But he's saying there's probably no chance Deadpool will ever make it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay, which honestly I'm okay with.
Yeah.
So they still have the X-Force movie announced, and I think it's in pre-production right now. I just saw it on IMDb, even though they said it wasn't going to happen, but I think it is still going to happen. I would be fine with a cameo of some sort, but definitely not in there, because we already have what we see as Deadpool. If you take cut out all that shit, what does that leave us with?
A watered down
Detective Pikachu.
Yep.
Have you heard about the theory of where the mutants could come from, though? It could come from the snap, the radiation.
Wow, the gamma! Yeah, because
radiation.
Bruce is like, he's charged with fucking gamma. It's
and
like
there's
I'm made for this.
actually, in a book they released about the Marvel Cinematic Universe about 3 years ago, there's words about Scarlet Witch in there, about how her powers were lying deep within her, and the stone just brought them out.
They amplified them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they were lying within the mutation, and that was the first sign that they were like, well, maybe they are thinking about mutants in this universe.
They have to.
They're saying that
it's
the three
it's one
snaps...
of the biggest fucking comics in the entire fucking Marvel
But
industry.
why else would they say all that shit about the gamma radiation if that's not how they were trying to plan to it? You want to take out the Hulk, I can see that. That's fine. But at the same time, that's a great way to do it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So how do you make that work, though? Because Magneto would have had to created Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Different timeline. We could just say it's a different timeline.
Do you
Magneto.
think he snaps back to the past then? Gonna take
Well,
you back to the
they
past?
cannot recast the same people that they've been using, beating this fucking horse to death with. Although I will say I'm excited about the Dark
Black
Phoenix
Widow
now.
and Quicksilver, their powers were made by Hydra.
Yeah, Zemo. Zemo made it, but Strucker fucking made their shit.
They weren't born mutants.
But they used the stone to create those.
Right. So what he's saying is that these powers are lying dormant already in them. But he obviously took them for testing for a reason, right?
X-rayed them a bunch.
Why would he just take them?
X-ray.
Because they show potential in a certain thing that he was looking for, as opposed to he didn't have a shit ton of these creations. He only had two, which are both Magneto's kids.
Did you hear my joke? They X-rayed them.
Oh,
Get it?
And also, I'd like to know, why wasn't it touched on that fucking Thanos was a Celestial?
Oh, he's a Titan.
I didn't know.
No, Titans are a celestial race, aren't they?
I don't fucking know.
You fucking nerd.
I'm not just saying.
I mean, you know what? Whenever we start talking about the Eternals and Celestials and shit, I really just kind of go,
Yep.
I really don't fucking care. Like, they did the cool shit already. Like, I don't need to go even deeper into space and learn about fucking how fucking space gods do their taxes.
Phase 4 is literally going to be just that. Where it's
Phase
going
4 is
to
going to be rebuilding.
Oh,
things.
yeah. Definitely.
You can't, we came. We're good. Like, you're just still sucking my dick after that and just be like, oh.
They're not going to get any higher than Endgame. They need to accept that
They need to reset and just go from the beginning. It's like you got to go from the beginning.
You have to start from the slate.
Bottom.
Yep.
Exactly.
Clean the slate, start all over again.
And then if you buy it back, like I said, you give me 2 more phases where you build it up to Galactus, I'm happy. Because if you're introducing Celestials, you got to be bringing in Galactus eventually. And you give me that, but you don't go 3 phases again of 10 years of shit. I think you go 5 years and you hit your big mark. Hopefully.
Man.
We'll see. But I think
But like I said, that's what I was getting at. I think we're going to see a steep decline once this actually happens because the luster is gone. Just you can't stay on top forever. It's just like we were talking about with the WWE and that new one, the AEW.
Right.
Like, this has been a powerhouse for fucking decades upon decades.
Right.
Everybody's going to fall at some point. So I think we're already seeing that, and we already fucking saw that whenever we saw fucking Captain Marvel. But, who knows? They just had to shoehorn her in for 10 minutes in this movie.
Less than that.
She's so powerful.
She got one-shotted.
You got one
But
shot.
I did like the headbutt scene.
Oh my god, when
That
he
was
took the
about it.
fucking stone out and fucking hit that bitch with it. Damn. Fuck that bitch.
All right, we're moving on to other true female superheroes. Terminator: Dark Fate. Did you guys watch the trailer?
Yes, dude, it looks really good.
Oh, Javi rolled his eyes.
So
Ooh.
I'm tired of Terminator movies.
Bro, I'm right there with you. Every time I hear fucking Terminator, I'm like, oh, I roll sigh. Hardcore. Especially the last one. I always want them all to be good. I always want them all to be good because I grew up with this shit, man. I remember going seeing T2 in the theater with my parents and shit, like on Friday night, like whenever it opened up. And that was the biggest fucking movie at the time ever at that time. And it was so groundbreaking with its fucking CGI, the fucking T-1000 in it was fucking great, the liquid metal, everything.
Patrick.
So you hold out faith that these are going to be faithful sequels and continuing parts of the story, and it's just like, God damn, they made the third one a comedy, and then like,
That
we're not
third one was brutal.
Yeah.
That third one, we went to theaters to see it, and it literally was so not Terminator that we were Mystery Science Theater 3000 at during the movie. And, like, the best line was, and I'll never forget it because I went to see it with Ben and my girlfriend at the time. We're sitting in there, and there's one scene where he goes in and he pulls out, like, this giant grenade gun. And Ben just goes, I made macaroni. I put it in here. I'm going to shoot it right at your face. And he was just, like, ripping on the movie. And I'm like, yeah, that's where we're at this point. But I remember Terminator 2, there was a tie-in to, like, Burger King or McDonald's where my uncle had, like, one of those cool holographic cups that, like, you could turn the thing and do cool shit.
Yeah.
And I remember being terrified of that fucking cup when I was a kid. I was like, oh, what is that? It's scary. And then when I finally... Terminator and Terminator 2 fucking hold up. Both of those.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I watched Terminator, I got so fucking laid, too. It was so good.
Yeah, there you go.
That's one of those background movies. You're like, oh, it's good. Oh, fucking...
Right.
Oh. It was awesome. I love that movie. I love that.
T2 is the shit. I love the first Terminator also, but
So that's what I'm
T2
saying.
is like fucking
This
defining of
movie
a
has
generation.
Cameron coming back as producer. It's got Tim Miller who directed Deadpool.
We got Linda
Fucking-
Blair coming back.
You're rather sex cocks in Terminator.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, let it die. Okay, your best sequel was made in the 80s. Just let it go.
No, it was made in 1990.
90s.
Was it really the 1990?
1992.
Yeah. Seeing the fact that you don't know the history of Terminator, I think
I
we should
really
give it
don't
a
care about the
chance.
history about Terminator.
She looks
I
like
stopped
she's been...
caring after T2.
I think I text one of you.
She's
She
aged
looks like...
well.
No, she looks like she's been smoking cigarettes from the womb.
Really?
Like, oh my god, she's a fucking crypt keeper, dude. Are you
Well,
kidding
she's the
me?
one that
She
Gollum
looks
arms.
good, dude. She's like
Would you-
70.
Okay, would you fuck her?
That doesn't have. I don't fuck a lot of 70-year-olds.
I would. Once again, I would.
Okay.
Just like the
You would
video...
fuck Linda Hamilton, is what you're saying.
Wait, young Linda Hamilton or old Linda Hamilton?
No, would you just fuck with Hamilton now?
Yes, I would.
Okay, then.
But you don't want to get James Cameron sloppy seconds. You
Bro,
don't want
yeah,
that.
exactly.
You don't want that. You
Yeah.
don't want to make True Lies too.
You end up like some kind of fucking sea disease.
Oh yeah, dude. he's got the mollusk.
Yeah, he's got his own shit named after him. It's called the Abyss.
So you tell me that you would fuck that Linda Hamilton?
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, she looks
She
looks fucking
like
good.
the Crypt Keeper. Are you
No, she
kidding
doesn't.
me? Kitties. That's
Yeah,
a terrible.
that's horrible.
That's a bad picture,
That's
Javi.
that's
number
really
one.
bad. But I'm talking about
She's
the one,
got-
and the way she looks in the fucking movie. They did a good job. They would have made her better as if they brought Ed Furlong
Okay,
back.
yeah, I can see the picture.
He looks worse than her.
I know.
He does.
I think that is
He's
Edward
like
Furlong
40 and he
posing
looks
as Linda
bad.
Hamilton.
Did you ever try to watch the fourth Crow movie that he's in?
I've never seen the
Can't
Crow
get-
movie. I can't get through him.
Oh my god.
Does he play the bad guy in it?
He plays the good guy.
He plays the crow.
Yeah,
Okay. He plays the fucking crow.
They made 4 Crow movies,
Right.
and the last 2 were like straight to DVD. And I remember being all about the Crow and that emo bullshit.
Shitty of
back in the day.
Angels.
But even I couldn't finish it. I was just like, nah.
Man, what happened to Edward Furlong, man?
He turned into Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, exactly. He's in the new Terminator coming up.
Yeah, you didn't see that? That's the twist.
No way.
I think this movie's interesting. The idea is she's a Terminator hunter, and she's going through time hunting them, and that's why Schwarzenegger looks older.
And the fucking liquid metal style
of
turn.
those,
That
the
shit
fact-
is fucking dope.
the
And the
fact
guy
that they
looks
can
like
come
a
off-
regular fucking guy also,
I
too.
think that's smart.
Exactly.
I think that is
Yeah,
smart.
so unsuspecting.
And let me tell you guys the truth. I've never been disappointed by a Terminator movie.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Never, not once.
Genesis?
Nope. Wasn't disappointed.
Salvation.
Liked it.
I liked Salvation
3?
also.
Yep. I liked it. I like every single Terminator movie. There's never been a Terminator movie I didn't enjoy.
That's what he
I
said about the
understand.
X-Men also.
Yep.
You're a fucking cunt, bro.
Which-
I'm sorry,
saying.
but straight up.
I
I'm
will
saying.
say this new
See you
X-Men
next
looks
Tuesday.
fucking dope.
Yeah. Dark Phoenix. Are we going to go see it?
No.
I'll go see it with you.
All right. We're going to go see
Yeah,
it.
because
Oh, yeah.
remember I told you, I sent that video, okay, so if you're listening at home, which I hope you're listening somewhere, I sent them a link to a video for the new X-Men Dark Phoenix movie, but there's a clip at the beginning of it that's highlighting Quicksilver, which is obviously the best parts of the newer movies. Like, everybody's like, fuck yeah. That scene before it really kind of, okay, and then it played the full new trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we saw that fucking piece of shit trailer back in
Right.
March, and it looked horrible.
Well, they refilmed the
This
entire
one-
third act.
This one that and it definitely shows that they're highlighting everything in it because they actually do make the Dark Phoenix a fucking badass, it looks like. But I mean, the music and everything is great in it. It looks really good. Like, I didn't feel the same way about Apocalypse. I thought Days of Future Past was pretty good whenever it
love
first came
Days
out.
of
I
Future
fucking
Past.
loved it. X-Men 3, we all know how that went downward. No,
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't great, but
Less the Reigns. Like
I'm looking forward to Dark Phoenix. That's all I'm getting at.
I think the lesser in the movies are always the third. I think the X-Men 3 is terrible, and I think it's the worst out of all of them. And I think that Apocalypse isn't great, but there's parts in it that are terrifying. Like, whenever he goes to that welding, smelting factory, and he just points to the people, and they fall into the ground, and you hear that whisper scream, that gave me chills. And that scene...
Oh, the sand scene also, where he cut the motherfuckers' heads off in slow-mo just from sand from the walls. That was pretty fucking...
I also think some of the best acting in the entire series is the Magneto scene in the Force with his wife and daughter. That shit is so intense and so emotionally striking. I think that is one of the best scenes removed from any of the movies.
But that's almost kind of like a ripoff of the fucking X-Men Origins Wolverine at the beginning, where he's a fucking lumberjack and his wife gets fucking killed.
He Dexter that shit?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a way better version of that.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying it's a little
I like anytime
derivative.
Magneto takes shit that's metallic and just kills like 100 people. It's so
the
cool.
scene where he killed fucking Kevin Bacon at the end of First Class with the coin through the goddamn head. Holy fucking shit. Like, that shit was fucking dope.
Amazing.
I'm just saying, like, X-Men has a really bad thing with sequels in number 3 movies. Like, if you're directing
Technically,
X-Men
it's the
movies,
fourth
just
one.
Stop it at number 1.
Yeah, he's right, though.
And you'll be good. What?
Technically, this is the fourth one. Because First Class would have been the first. Days of Future Past would have been the second.
Dude,
Apocalypse
those
would have been
first
the
ones were
third.
fucking great,
So
though.
you were right. The third one traditionally isn't the best, which means this one.
But we
have
were
hope
lucky
for.
to get this many fucking X-Men
First of all,
movies.
they
and
had to
everything
reshoot
else.
the entire third act. That does not bode well. It's going to be a terrible movie.
Well, this guy who directed and wrote a lot of the crappy ones, too. He was involved in X-Men Origins. He was involved in, your eyes crossed, that's great. He was involved in all those. He was involved in writing, I think, the Incredible Hulk and stuff at the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, too, because he was tied to Kevin Feige, but then they went two separate ways.
I'm glad they did, because that guy sounds like a terrible
This guy's
writer.
kind of got away with a lot by being a producer and writer, never being attached as a director. Directors take a lot of the heat for these movies.
They do. But I mean, it's a whole working machine, though.
Still
like
excited to see it. I don't care.
So am I.
I'm fucking pumped. You throw anything X-Men at me, I'm there, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I'm a 90s X-Men kid.
I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna be like, well, they didn't get it right because of this, but I'm still an X-Men.
Yeah, but how much
You're
X-Men did
exactly
you
right.
read? I read a ton of X-Men when I was a kid. I fucking loved X-Men.
Almost all the Uncannies, the original X-Men, and
I'll
then
be honest with
Jim Lee's run for his first 15 comics that he did.
And the
for him also.
toys that they had when we were kids,
They had the best toys, bro.
Fucking X-Men was the shit. That's why it's really, other than Spider-Man, the first
the
in the
biggest
series.
franchise.
Like, when they were going to make that movie, I was fucking pumped. I couldn't believe they were getting an X-Men movie. And that first movie is still pretty decent. It's not great, but
I
I
can
remember
watch
seeing
it.
it in the theater when I was a kid,
watch it.
thinking it was the greatest thing, but now that I grew up, I'm like, oh, maybe this is the best.
So-
I still stand by my thing that X2
is
was
amazing.
the best one they ever
X2 is
made.
so good.
For me, whatever X2 was the fucking shit though. X2 is really good. That whole opening scene with fucking Nightcrawler in the White House was fucking amazingly dope.
When they try to storm Xavier's mansion and fucking Colossus shows
Yeah,
up,
dude.
you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, great reveal. Fucking awesome. 10-year-old me is reading X-Men comics and dying for a fucking movie. I think we talked about this before also. Wizard had a dream casting in there. And they were wanting Robert De Niro for Wolverine, Arnold Schwarzenegger for Colossus. They still wanted Patrick Stewart for Professor X. That's the only one that came true.
And that's why we were blown away. We're like, they did it!
Yeah, dude. I forget the like fucking Sandra Bullock for Shadowcat or some shit like that. But fast forward to 17-year-old me, I'm a junior in high school, and then the fucking X-Men movie's coming out. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Like, now that I'm starting to get into fucking pussy for real? Like, damn, now I gotta fucking take it all back.
Now I gotta go
like
try
a
to see X-Men?
Nerd out.
Like, hey, listen, I know you just gave me that sweet puss, but
Yeah.
you want to go see Wolverine today?
Fuck you, nerd.
Come back in a minute, I hate Wolverine. And then Wolverine shows up and goes, fuck you, nerd.
It's X-Men.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything redeeming about X3.
You grab the knives from the kitchen.
I'm trying to think if there was anything-
the real Bam.
Was there anything redeeming about X3 at all?
What's that?
Is there anything redeeming about X3 at all?
Yeah, whenever Iceman ices out, I think that's fucking sweet.
That was pretty fucking good.
That was cool. I was totally down with that.
X-Men 3?
And X3,
Yeah. Fucking
X3.
Frazier as goddamn Beast
Yeah, he
was
was good.
amazing.
Remember, it's called X-Men United.
Goddamn Kelsey Grammer.
Well,
I
here's
really
the-
like
the
that
goddamn
last scene with
Parkins
Wolverine and the
beast.
Dark Phoenix, though.
Here's how they fucked it up, and they really did. They took two separate scripts. They took a Dark Phoenix script and the other one, which is the Cure script, and they just mashed them together. And you can tell it's two separate fucking movies.
The Dark
going
Phoenix
on. It's
saga
terrible.
is such a fucking great read, and it spans over, 12 comics or something like that? It's a 12-issue fucking
considered
run.
one of the best,
it is one of
miniseries
the,
ever.
It is
It was a
definitively the best X-Men fucking run. but you're trying to fucking pepper in all this other shit. Like, you're not giving it the respect that it needs, which is why that I like this new trailer, because it looks like they're actually handling Jean Grey the way that she should.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I really liked what they did with Days of Future Past. I thought it was great. That, in a lot of ways, follows the comic storyline, other than, switching out Kitty Pryde for
With
Wolverine.
Yeah.
But other than that movie works
Yeah.
on so many levels. The Mystique thing doesn't work great, but I understand why they did that. I just never thought she was really great in the role.
She's not even a fucking X-Man. She's a
don't-
fucking X-Man villain. I
Yeah,
never understood
I've
this
never
shit where they
understood
try to
this
make
because
her
it's
fucking
Jennifer
good.
Lawrence.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So you know what?
I think in first
You
class
make
it
her
worked.
fucking Shadowcat or somebody else and make us love that. Make her fucking Rogue.
Right.
Make her the real fucking Rogue. Who,
Yeah.
by the way, is one of the most powerful fucking women in the goddamn...
And where did
in the
she get
Marvel
her
universe.
powers?
Carol Danvers beat the fucking shit out of her.
Just saying.
Fucked up Captain Marvel. That's how she can fly. She can do everything.
Miss
She's
Marvel.
the strongest bitch there is.
She wasn't Captain Marvel yet. She was still Miss Marvel, I believe. Nerd.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
still, you know what I'm saying.
But I'm thinking, like, if they did reshoot the entire third act, maybe they did it just so they could, like,
I
Michael
think
Carey.
we need to go see the movie just so you can be...
Yeah, dude.
All right, I'll go see it.
Okay.
But I do.
We were going to talk you into it anyhow. It
This
doesn't
third
matter.
reshoot's going to have to do with like how they're going to tie it to the MCU. I'm pretty sure.
Let's get back to the movie news.
Movie news, nerdy news.
All right.
Sorry, Doug.
So Star Wars 9, Leia Image shows how Force Awakens footage is being altered. So we know Carrie Fisher passed away, sadly.
Sway.
Very sad. No,
Oh,
not
no,
Sway.
not Sway.
Unsway.
I'm sorry.
Unsway.
Yeah,
Unsway.
very,
Very unsway.
very fucking unsway.
She died from a coke
God damn, I
overdose,
love that
dude.
woman.
You know that, right?
She died of cardiac arrest.
Speaking of
on
which,
the
wasn't
airplane.
she in the Burbs? She was smoking
Yes,
hot in the
God
Burbs.
damn.
Damn it!
80s
Yeah,
and
dude, like
70s
Tom
Carrie
Hanks'
Fisher
fucking
was
wife was the shit.
Carrie Fisher is to
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, isn't she kind of like? There's always like two
A
stars.
timeless beauty.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm
Like-
saying like they kind of remind you of each other.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
like
might
Jeff
confuse
Davis
those.
and Bill Pullman.
You
Like,
could
yeah.
actually interchange them in any role, I
Like-
think.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Heath Ledger.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you
They
could
were in the
interchange
same
them.
movie together.
I know.
Yeah.
10 Things I Hate About
About
You.
You.
I told you that girl looked like my first girl.
Oh, you mean the Shakespeare movie?
Yeah. Shakespeare,
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
My fucking favorite thing. One day I text my brother, I go, what are you doing? He goes, watching Shakespeare, love. I was like,
Shakespeare, Shakespeare,
I was
right?
like, where did you pull that from? That's fucking hilarious.
Bowfinger, man.
No. That's from a scary
Scary
movie.
movie.
Remember where she's like,
It
I'm
was-
watching Shakespeare, love.
It was before that, though. Bowfinger.
Bowfinger is a great fucking
Eddie
movie.
Murphy called out Steve Martin for his script for Chocolate Rain or whatever the fuck he was making.
Oh, Chubby Ring.
Yeah, whatever.
Chocolate
Yeah.
Rain.
But still,
that movie has one
like-
of my favorite jokes. I was like, "Do you love Smashing Pumpkins?" I love to do that.
the band. Yeah.
I love to do that.
Heather Graham.
She fucked everyone in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, she's classic whore.
Yeah.
God, Heather Graham's so hot, man.
When I was a kid, didn't see it. Now,
Ooh, man, she did it for me as a kid.
Nope.
The
When
When I was a
spy,
kid, I was all about Roller
nope,
Girl.
I couldn't
the
get it.
spy who shagged me, Austin Powers. Whenever that was like her breakout role, but it was like, oh my god.
Like, I was really into her in Anger Management when she was like stripped down to her bra panties. With the
Yes.
Oh my god.
And especially start shoving the brownies in her face.
Fuck yes, I was really
Why'd that turn you on?
a little bit, yeah.
What?
I was a kid, like, where's my heart?
This isn't movie news.
That's not not even nerdy
Yeah,
news. That's,
Jesus Christ, this isn't even news anymore.
you know what it is? It's pervert news.
Pervert news.
Get into
Yeah,
the
that,
pervert.
like that one.
All right, so basically what they've said is they've.
Do you know, like,
What he
you
said?
know, he doesn't think at the end we did the nerdy news, and he's like, ah! This is like, pervert news? Oh.
Awesome. All right, so supposedly they wrote Star Wars Episode 9 around the scenes they had with Carrie Fisher. They said anything we have, we're going to write this story around this, so it seems like it's integrated. I'm so fucking happy they did that. Here is a picture that was taken during John Williams' scoring. He put up on Instagram of Carrie Fisher. Now that's obviously footage. that
Dude, I
was
got
taken from-
goosebumps.
Yeah, that's
That
obviously
just gave me
footage
goosebumps looking at it.
taken from The Force Awakens, but they put her in like a jungle background and stuff like that.
Well-
and they aged her up a little bit. They put more gray in her hair. You can see that.
You know what actually gives me a little bit more hope for this movie is the fact that John Williams said that he watched the first 20 minutes and decided to write new music. Like, he was really inspired by seeing it. He liked what he saw on the fucking screen. So, obviously, you know, he's a scorer. I bet he scores all the time. God damn, he takes a bitch back and puts on...
He plays the Luke and Leia theme.
Yeah.
Do you think he does, though? Do you think he gets...
Why wouldn't you, dude?
Madman?
Like,
he's like,
he probably has his whole fucking orchestra in the bedroom while he's fucking...
And that's how he gets off. Like,
That's the only way you can anymore at that point. He's on a very specific fetish.
Wait,
now.
wait.
Hey, sofa front chair, I need you to really watch me.
Do you think...
Don't look away, trombone C.
Just watch the wand.
Alright, Trombone C, whenever he comes in and does one of those, like, trail downs, like...
And that's where he...
There's like a butt plug in each trombone's like, hey, front chair,
You-
you know what to do.
You can always
Hit
tell
the
when
D
he
and peg
finished
me.
scoring.
Like, we have drank him way too much Rumples, I think, at this point. If that's where you went with that.
I'm just saying, he
Right.
seems like the type that will be into that.
Whatever, Peg.
Yeah, you down with that?
No.
Did you ever get pegged?
Fuck no.
Would you?
No.
You said it, but you said no, but you shook your head yes.
I shook my head no. Damn. Damn.
Alright, last piece of news.
I
Alright.
love you, Javi.
Star Wars.
Whoa. What do you mean? Yeah, you don't love me too?
I love you too, Jay.
All
Son
right.
of a bitch. I say that every day.
I love you.
Star Wars.
Love you too.
That's what I thought.
So Disney and Lucasfilm are developing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and it's not a joke. It's not a hit.
Yeah, I saw
They're
this.
100%
Yeah.
doing it. They're working on the trilogy.
So this will go on the Disney Plus network
Did
with The Mandalorian, I'm
Well, as
assuming.
far as I know, this is 3 movies. They could do the inverse where they do one movie 1 year, one movie.
Tell me
The
they
Game of
fucking
Thrones
just
guys
killed
get a
Ryan
trilogy?
Johnson and they just made a hologram out of him and they're pretending that these are his trilogies.
Here you go, Ryan. Oh, thanks. I'm going to subvert expectations.
Yeah.
To me, he sounds like Robin from the old Batman. Gee golly, Willikers,
Dude,
we're
he
going to
is
make
such
this
a fucking
movie.
tool. Have you seen the way he interacts like with the women on the set also?
Oh,
Like
is he
he
trying to
is
fuck
like,
them?
dude, he is like so about trying to fuck Daisy Ridley. He's like, oh yeah, this would be great.
Okay,
Let's-
number one,
let's-
is he wrong?
No, not at all.
No.
But he's a little fucking weasel. Like, there's different ways to go about it. Like, you can just tell, like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's gay.
Right.
Who's gay?
Daisy Ridley?
I'm pretty sure.
Daisy Ridley?
Daisy. Yeah, I'm almost 100%. She comes out. She pulls a Jodie Foster in like 5 years.
He's so fucking hot, though.
No, don't disagree, but I guarantee she pulls.
So
a
do
Jodie
we get a
Foster.
movie with her and fucking Juno where they're fucking scissoring?
Scissoring?
Fuck,
that'd
I
be-
would so watch
God damn,
that.
you know, we're gonna have that anyways, dude, with these fucking deepfake videos that are coming out. Like, that's
Instead of
the,
KOTOR, you get Scissor. I can't wait.
that is the fucking biggest thing that this is going to be used for by far. These
Oh,
deepfake
porn. It already
videos
is.
is for porn.
It
yeah.
already is.
Yeah, it already is.
100%.
But then
Look
yeah.
up any famous person's name and put a deepfake on Pornhub or like XAmps or wherever you go. Guaranteed you get it.
God damn it.
In fact, we're going to go do that now.
Yeah, I need to start. Yeah, can we take a pause?
Yeah, we're going to take a pause. So we can do that. No, but no, seriously, we are going to stop here. We have talked about the nerdy news. We have not talked about the news for a while, so we had to get that out of us. I appreciate you listening. Thank you so much. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Quack Attack 5000 for videos, Quack Attack 5000 podcast for all the podcasts. Share with your friends, Stitcher, Podbean,
iTunes.
iTunes,
Spotify.
everything.
Spotify.
Also, send us an email, quackattack5000@gmail.com. This has been Duck. I've been here with
Jake.
And Javi, you just got
Pegged.
We just came to use all over your face.
Perfect News!
Oh, bye.
And there it is. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you have enjoyed it, please do not forget, share with your friends. That is how we grow the network. And if this is your first time listening, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcast here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Bagu, a video game podcast featuring me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood. That's where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. Don't forget, Heroes Gyros, a Dungeons and Distractions side quest. Me and the boys were sitting down, we're playing some D&D, we're having so much fun. You can go ahead and start that from the beginning of the journey, Season 1, Episode 1. You're going to love it all the way through. And finally, I Hate Being Sober. Personal stories from epic people. I'm going to sit down with some of the most epic people I've ever met in this world, and we're going to talk about their life, we're going to talk about their trials and tribulations, and we're just going to talk about their journey this far. Head on over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. Also, head over to the Facebook group, We Are Era. We would love to see you in that group. And don't forget, if you've enjoyed the podcast today, share it with your friends. That's the only way we can grow this network. With that said, do not forget, support local comedy in any way that you can. We really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.